Hello, my name is Dr. Prashant Upadhyay and I welcome you all on this course of Introduction to Python Programming and its application. In this course, we will going to teach you how to write a program in Python and how to use the Python code for building a machine learning application. Okay, so welcome back again. So we will going to recap here what is the list is. So as we can define, the list is the order of a sequence of information that can be accessible by the index. So what the index means, that we have already shown you that the index are starting from 0, 1, 2 and 3, and whatever is the length of your list, we will going to have the index according to it. So we have also shown you that the list are being denoted by a square bracket. List element value can be changed, so we consider list as a mutable. What is the meaning of a mutable? Means that if you have created a list, we have taken an example of a fruits. Okay, we have created a fruits list, and in this we have taken an apple, banana, another fruit, I'm taking a cherry. Now suppose this was my position 0, this was my position 1, this was my position 2. This means I'm referring it to as a index. So fruits 0 means I'm referring to the apple. If suppose I want to change this apple, okay, instead of this apple I want to replace it with let's say mango, that means the element values of a list can be changed. Therefore it is known as the mutable. A list contain elements. Okay, means elements means it can contain a homogeneous element. Homogeneous element means if you are taking an integer number, so in a list you can take all the integer, all the float values. We are referring it to the data types that are being used in the Pythons. Or we have another special properties of the list, that you can also use a mixed type. For example, you can use an integer, you can use a float, you can use a string values. You have a mixture of it. Take an example that I have defined a ls underscore detail is in my empty list. Now I will going to write some code and we'll going to see that how we can make a addition of the list. Okay, and what are the different data types which we have talked about in the previous slide, that we can use a homogeneous or a mixed data types. We will going to see it. Okay, so let's say this is one of the code I have written, that ls underscore detail is one of the list I have created, and in this I have created a list with the name first one as a author, then Upadhyay, then I'm giving a gender a male, year of a author is 4, and let's say that I'm talking about the weight is the 18.5. This is the name, this is the surname, this is the gender, this is the age, and let's say this is the weight of a person we are talking about. So if we're going to print the type of ls details, so we should get that whether it is a list or not. For example, if I'm using the Google Colab, the Google Colab should tell me that what is the ls detail is, whether I have created a correct list or not. Okay, so if I'm using a square bracket, I should get a list. If I'm using some other bracket, we will going to get a different thing. So if I'm talking about the ls detail underscore 0, so it will going to give me a element that is present at the position 0. ls detail will go to give me a element which is present at the position 1. I'm saying this is my list 1. I have created another list, ls underscore details 1. So I'm saying that this is my list 1 and this is my list 2. And now I am also again printing the type of ls detail. Now what I'm doing, finally I'm connecting this both list. I'm connecting the list 1 and list 2. That means I'm adding this list 1 and list 2. So here you can see that I'm here adding, I'm performing an add operation on the list, that ls underscore final underscore details is equal to ls underscore details plus ls underscore details s1. So what we are doing, we are trying to add the list, and then we will going to see that what is the final list. Okay, so what will going to happen in this, initially I have created this as a list ls underscore details, this is my list. Okay, so in this what I have done, I have stored the value here Atharva, then Upadhyay, then am the gender, then 4, and then 18.5. Then what I have done, I have created the another list with the name ls underscore details 1, and in this what I have stored the value study in nurse. Now what I am doing, I am performing an operation of a addition. I am taking this and this, and I'm performing the addition operation. So what I should get another list like this, in which I should have the value of Atharv. Here I will be taking a short name. Okay, so here I'm writing a Atharv A. Okay, then I will be writing a Upadhyay U, then am. So I'm writing short here. Okay, but you will, as a list, you will get a full name here. Okay, then 4, then 18.5, then study in nursery. So here what I will be getting, Atharv. Here I will be getting a Upadhyay. So this will be my complete list which I will be getting, and so this will be my ls underscore final detail. Now see, if I'm performing some operation like ls final details 0:1, so what should the output I should get? Okay, if I'm performing the operation like 3:6:2, if I'm performing ls details : so we will going to see this, that how it will going to work. Whenever we are talking about the list, so we have got a starting and the ending position of a list. For example, if I'm saying ls underscore detail and then I'm saying 0:1, so this 0 means your start point and this 1 means your stop point. For example, this is my, I'm taking this as a 0, okay, and this is a n. Okay, so my start point will going to start from 0, and my stop point where my indexing should stop, it will be of n minus 1. So if I am typing here 0:1, so what does it means? That I should start from 0, and what will be my value? N 1 minus 1. It should be 1 minus 1, so it will be 0. So what you will be getting? See, I will be getting only the, I'm getting a starting point 0 and a stop point is also 0. That means I should get only the first element of the LSD. So if you see that this is the thing in which we are talking about, the element are being moving step by step. So start point and stop point. Okay, so in general what we are talking about is that, so if we have an index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For example, I'm writing here at the top 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm writing here again 6 and 7. So if I take an example of 0:1, so I will be getting only this one. Is it clear? So what we are trying to understand from here is that when we are talking about ls underscore detail as 0:n, so I'm writing it here again, ls underscore details 0:n. Okay, so by default I'm using a step size of 1. So by default I'm using steps size of 1. Okay, so step size of 1 means that my value will going to move like this. Okay, that if it is on 0, then it will going to move on 1, then it will going to move on 2, then it will going to move on 3, then it will move to move on 4, then it will going to move on 5, then move on 6, and then move on 7. However, if we are taking a special case, for example, ls underscore details equal to, let's say I'm taking that 3:6:2. So this 2 which I have written here right now is now telling you to take a step size of 2. Step size is of 2. Just for the understanding, I'm erasing this 3, okay, and I'm writing here 0. Now what I'm saying, that my initial point will going to start from 0. Okay, this is my 0, and now what I have to do, I have to take an increment of 2, step size of 2. So what I will do, 0, then I will going to jump on 2, then I will going to jump on 4, and then I will going to jump on 6, and then I will going to jump on 8. But since 8 is not there, so my element will be 0, 2, 4. So let's say if I'm talking about with respect to this one, print this one ls details 3:6:2. So now you can see that what I will be getting, I will be starting from 3, then I will going to jump from 3 to 5, and then 5 to 7. But since 7 is not there, because my stop point is what? My stop point is 6. Okay, so 6 means stop point will be 6 minus 1, it will be my 5, and this is my start point, so start point is 0. So similarly, if I am saying here 3, okay, it will be my 0, and stops of 6 minus 1, so it will be my 5, and the step size which I will be taking will be 2. So my element will going to be indexed from 0, sorry, this is 3, this is 3, so it will be going to start from 3, and then it will going to take a step size of 2, so it will make a jump of 2. Okay, it will going to move 5. Okay, now it will not go to 7, it will going to stop here on 5. So what is present on 3 and 5? So if you go and see that on 3 my 4 is present, and on 5 my study is present. So I should get the output this 4 and study. We will going to see it in more details when we will going to use one of the very good visualization Python tutor, in which whatever we are writing, we will be able to see it, that what are the output we are getting. In Google Colab you are writing only the code, but how the code is actually working, so that visualization will be given in the Python tutor. Okay, now for moving ahead, we can do lot of operation on the list. Okay, so on the operation of a list, by like we can append the list, we can use the extend the list, we can insert the list, we can remove the list elements, we can pop up the list elements, we can pop up the particular list element, or we can by default give up the index of the last element list. Okay, we can use the index, okay, of the list, we can use a count of a list. Okay, and we can also sort the list, and we can also reverse the list. For example, we have started from indexing 0 to n. Okay, so we can reverse that, we can start the index from n to 0. Okay, so we can reverse the operation also. So what the x is, so your x is the any value, and sequence is the sequence value, that can be like it can be a list, string, or tuples, and I is a integer value. So you can see that here we are x sequence I, so we have got some operation related to it. In the previous slide we have seen that we are using some dot function, that like l dot, okay, again dot here, l dot extend, l dot insert, l dot remove, l dot pop. So when we are working in a Python, we are using some dot, so we have got a dot operation here. So what is the dot operator in the Python? It is that, as we are aware that the list are the Python objects, what we are saying that everything in Python is a object, whether you are using a integer, float, list, tuple, whatever you are using, so everything is a object. Now when we are referring to the object, we are referring it that they have a data. We are talking about that the object will going to have a data. So when we are talking about the object have a methods and the function, how it will going to be called. So we will going to see that how we will be calling that particular functions with the help of a dot operator. So when we are calling that function, so what we have to do, we have to give a object name. For example, if I can give a name fruits, so this fruits is my object, and what I'm saying, if I'm writing some operation, that fruit dot append, so what I'm saying that this fruit, I have already have a list of fruits, and now what I'm saying append. Okay, what I want to append, let me define the list here for the fruits. Okay, so let's say I'm having a list as a apple, mango, cherry. So I want to append one more fruit. Let's say I'm talking about the orange. So how I will going to insert, I will have to use a function, and this function is what, your function name is your append. So what I'm saying my object name is fruit, so this is my object name. I have already have a object name fruits, and what I'm saying to my object, you have to perform certain tasks. So So what a certain task I am telling him, that you have to do the append operation, and in the append operation what you have to do, that you have to write here orange. So what will going to happen, that the list which I will be getting now, fruits, they will be going to have apple, mango, cherry, and then we will going to have a orange. Okay, so these will be the operation that we can perform on the list. So we will going to do the programming now. Okay, so let's start with our Google Colab. So let's say if I have defined my list as a fruits equal to, let's say I'm defining here apple, mango, then I'm saying let's say cherry. Okay, this is my first list. So I have defined a list with the name fruits. So next what I will be doing, I will be seeing that what is the class of the my fruit. Okay, so I will be typing type fruits, and we're going to see that what is the type of a fruits. So it should give me it as a list. So you can see it is giving me as a list. Okay, and if I type here fruits 0, okay, so it should give me the first element, and the first element of the fruits is the apple. Okay, now we will going to see that how we can perform the append operation. Okay, so let's say if I'm saying that fruits dot, I will be using a append function, app. So you can see as soon as I have written append, it is giving me an append operation. And then what I want to append, let's say I want to append here orange. Okay, and then I will going to run it. Okay, and now if I will going to print my fruits, okay, so I will be getting now the apple, mango, cherry and orange. So now you can see this orange has been appended here. So this is the functions that we can apply on the list. Also we have seen that we have defined the two list, how we can do the addition of a two list. Okay, so we will be doing the same here. So let's say ls underscore details. Okay, so this we have defined, and what we have defined in this, we have defined it as a, here we have taken a Atharva Upadhyay, and we have taken a male, age 4, and let's say 18.5 was my, this I have defined it as a list here. Okay, now you can see that I can use the both operation here, that I can use a single quote or a double quote. Okay, so in Python we are not talking about like in C we are talking about like a string or a character. Okay, here we are considering it as a simple string objects. Okay, so if I will going to run it, okay, it will going to give me an error. Okay, now what the error I am getting, if you see here, what I have done is that I have given 4.18.5 and it's giving me a hint that it is an invalid syntax, perhaps you forget a comma, and this was the mistake I have done. So what I will do, see, they are helping me to correct my code. Okay, so I will going to write a comma here, and now I will going to run. Now you can see that I have got a ls detail running perfectly. I will going to print type ls underscore details, and then we will going to see that what is present at ls underscore details at 0 and what is present at ls underscore details 1. So I should get a second element, that is a Upadhyay. Now what I will be doing, I will be taking another list. This is my first list, name ls underscore details. My second list with name ls underscore details 1. Okay. ls underscore details equal to what I have mentioned there. I have mentioned there study comma in, okay, in, then I'm writing nursery. Run it. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to print this one. Okay, so let me print this. Print type ls underscore details 1 and let me print it. So again it's saying that the class is the list. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to addition of this list. Okay, so what I will be doing, ls underscore details plus ls underscore details. You can see here I am getting list, and what I will do, I will going to store it in the another list with the name of ls underscore final underscore details. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am seeing I have a list 1. Okay, I am having a list 2. Okay, and what I am doing, I am saving this list in the ls underscore final details. Okay, I will going to print here first. Print, I will going to print here ls underscore details, and I will going to print ls underscore details 1. So you can see that in the first list I was getting a Athav Upadhyay M4 18.5, and then I was getting a study in nursery. Okay, so this is my list 1 and this is my list 2. Now what we have done, we have added this to list. So I will be printing ls underscore final underscore details, and we will going to see now this list are being concatenated. Okay, so Athav Upadhyay, male, 4 years, weight 18.5, study in a nursery. Okay. Now we have to see the operation which we have talked about, ls final details 0 colon 1. Okay, so what I have explained you there, I should get the first element, and the first element value is the Athav. So I should only get the Athav here. Okay, then I have explained you there 0 colon 6 and colon 2. So now what we have seen that my starting point is 0. It will going to stop at 6. 6 means 6 minus 1. It will going to stop at the index number 5 and with the step of 2. So it will be starting from Athav. Okay, then a jump of 2 m, then jump of 2 18.5. Okay, so I will be getting this answer. Okay, so let me run it. So you can see that I am getting Athav, then jump of 2 m, then jump of 2 18.5. Since I have to stop at what, 6 minus 1 5, so you can count here. I am getting 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. So now what I have given you another set of example, that what I can do if I am writing here 3 colon 6 colon 2. So what I have told you that I will be starting from the third. My indexing will be starting from third. So what will be my indexing? 0 1 2 3. So I will be starting from 4 and I will be getting the study. Now for example, if I am leaving this bracket, I am giving only the colon here. Okay, so colon and colon. So now I have to see that if I am not passing any values inside my square bracket, so what output I will going to get. So you will going to see that you will be getting the same output which you were getting as a ls final details. That means if you are not passing or defining any values, okay, so it will going to take the entire list values. Okay, so colon will going to take an entire list value. Then we have got another one we will be talking about, that how if we are writing the -1. Okay, so if you remember, we have talked about the negative index of the list. Okay, so we will going to see that it will going to start from the -1 to -2 -3, and what it will going to do is that it will going to reverse your operation. So it will be starting from -1 nursery, then in, then study, then 18.5 4 am Upadhyay Athav. So you will going to see now what they have done. They have reversed the list. So okay, so this is how the operations on the list are being done. Okay, see, now what I want, you should visualize these codes, how they are working. Okay, so here we will be using a pythontutor.com. so it will going to tell you the experience of how you can visualize your code, so how the execution of your code is being done. So whatever the programming language you are using, for example, you are using Python, JavaScript, C++ or Java, you can use this pythontutor.com, and it will going to give you a very good visualization. So we will be starting with the Python, because this course we are taking on the Python. I will be just talking about the Python, and in this what we will be doing, that I will be writing a code. So we have already written a code on a Google Colab, so let me copy that code. For example, first code which we have taken was I was doing the fruits. Okay, then I was having a apple, mango, cherry. Okay, then let's say I'm printing it, print fruits, and then what I will be doing, I'm again going to print the things. Okay, so now if I click on this visualize execution, you will going to see that it will going to provide you a box here, a print out here box. Here you will going to have a frames and the object. So as I have told you, this everything in the Python is an object, so everything will be initialized in the frames and the object. Okay, so here the line that is to be executed will be a green color, and the next line which has to be executed will be a red color arrow. So you can edit this code, and if you click on next, there will be a step by step. So you can see 1 2 3 4 line of codes are there. So it's saying step 1 of 4. So you are right now on the step 1, that is the first line of code. If I click on next, you will going to see that the frame has been created, and in the global frame we have defined a fruits. Okay, so fruits is here, and this has given me that object. What is the type of an object? So object is my list. So here you can see that 0 is the apple, 1 is the mango, 2 is the cherry. Then I will going to print my fruits. So here you can see this is the output I am getting, apple, mango and cherry. Then what I have to do, I have to perform an append operation on the list. So I will going to click on next. Okay, so you can see that my same fruits list has been added here, and now I have got the index number 3, and on that index number 3 I have got a orange. Okay, I will going to print the fruit again, and now you will see that I am getting the orange. I can edit this code again, and if I want to see that, okay, now what I want to do is that I want to replace apple was on my first indexing, that is the 0 indexing. Okay, I want to replace my first element with another fruit. Okay, so what I can do, I can say fruits at 0 should be replaced by grapes. Okay, and now I will going to print my fruits again. Okay, again I will go and see how the visualization will be done. Okay, so fruits, yes, again perfect, again fruits, I will going to append it orange, I will print fruits, and now what I'm saying, they replace the first element. What was my first element? My first element was at the index number 0, apple, with the grapes. Okay, so now you can see my first element apple is being replaced by the grapes, and now if I print fruits, I'm getting, instead of apple, I'm getting the grapes. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this Python tutor. Okay, this is a very good programming tool where you can visualize it how the program is working. Use this Python tutors. Hope you have enjoyed this lecture. In the next lecture we will going to talk about the tuples. Thank you.